I want to assure Kenyans that the police in Kenya are not the problem. Wako polisi wachache who are trigger happy. Wanafurahia kuumiza Wakenya na kupiga Wakenya risasi. But majority, 90% of the police in Kenya, they are not the enemy. Hata wao wanaishi kwa hii Kenya, wananunua vitu kwa bei ghali, wanalipa ushuru ambao uko juu, wanasema wameongezewa mishahara, hawajaongezwa mishahara ya maana, bado wanaishi kwa conditions ambazo ziko mbaya, wanakuwa overworked, hawana good work schedule, they don't have, a lot of things that police officers should have, like equipment, gear.
Na unasema ulimwambia usiesi hivyo kabisa?
No, askari ambao tulikuwa na
ulikuwa unawaambia kabisa?
Tulizungumza all this time, we were talking. Na I kept telling them that Kenya needs to change, and sisi ndio tutabadilisha hiyo Kenya, sio mtu mwingine. Tusingoje mtu kutoka mbinguni.
Sisi wenyewe ndio tutabadilisha.
So ukazungushwa vile, alafu siku ifuatayo ndio ukaletwa kotini.
Nilipelekwa kotini bila charge sheet. Sasa hakuna charge sheet. Sasa tena wafuasi wangu wakaanza maandamano Milimani Law Court. Kawa na vitoa machozi nini, wakafunga koti. Nilipoletwa kotini wakaleta sasa charge sheet inayosema kwamba nilizungumza maneno ambayo hayakuwa ya kweli. Kwamba nilisema kwamba Mheshimiwa William Ruto alikuwa anahitaji pesa ya campaign wakati wa 2022 akitafuta urais, na alimuapproach billionaire kutoka kule Rift Valley ambaye anaitwa DK Langat, na huyo billionaire aliweza kuchukua loan mali yake ikiwa security, akampa fedha za kufanya campaign. Na William Ruto alipochukua urais hakumsaidia wala hakumregeshea pesa zake. Na sasa huyo billionaire sasa anatafutwa na benki zinataka kuuza mali yake kurecover ile pesa ya loan, na kwamba anayenunua hiyo mali ambayo banki inataka kuuza through auctioneers ni William Ruto mwenyewe. Kwamba aliyekopa pesa kumsaidia ndiye anayenunua mali yake kwa bei ambayo iko chini.
Naomba tuiweke wazi kwamba ni madai, sio?
Hiyo ni kitu ambayo nilizungumza.
Ni kitu ambacho wewe ulisema?
Mimi mwenyewe nilisema, na sijawahi kukataa kwamba nilisema. Ni kweli nilisema. Na niliposema, mimi si mtu wa kuzungumza uvumi. I don't speak propaganda and I don't speak things that I'm not sure about. When I tell you something, believe it.
Well, there you are. Morah KEBASO wamesema kwamba sio mapolisi wote wabaya. What do you think? Do you think that majority of the Kenyan police are being used, or some are just trapped inside the system? For me, I feel like there are very good police officers out here, but they are just trapped inside the police station. We are seeing even some people say that our Kenyan police are poorly paid and a lot of things. The only benefits they have is that they are employed on permanent and pensionable terms. That's the advantage they have, but in terms of the monthly pay, it's very small, and if they have loans, then the money is so low. So Mr. Morah KEBASO recounts the moment he was arrested and taken to around, the DCI moved him around up to Kiambu to Morah, and then they decided to come back to Nairobi, and they brought him to Kamkunji police station, citing that while they were in this car, he was just injecting, and they were talking with these DCI police officers who came to arrest him. So it has been a tough week for Morah KEBASO, and after he was taken, or he was arrested on this matter and charges that he has cyberbullied and he has disparaged false information, then this thing led to other, and he was brought there, and the following day the judges were taken and he was released from Milimani Law Court. But the shocking ordeal is that some days later he went to Bomas for the public participation in the impeachment of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua. Little did he know that this plan was planned in a particular way, and it was allied to a certain political party, so that the outcome was predetermined. So this thing came out very wrong, and it messed him, and he ended up being beaten very badly in that process. So he was taken to hospital. 2 days later he came out, and this is when he had this interview. But the shocking thing is that moment after he was being released from this interview, He was rearrested again and taken to Langata police station and later Kibra on charges that he had caused violence in the Bomas of Kenya.
So we cannot even say that the members of parliament who are doing the impeachment, they are better off. That's why we want this government home. And what they've been doing is they've been ensuring that we don't have an IEBC, so that we don't take them home. That's why they've intentionally delayed the IEBC. So me, I want to encourage all Kenyans. Hii wiki, we are beginning the battle for our IEBC. We need our IEBC in place so that the youth of Kenya who have never voted, but who have found a reason to vote this time, they register as voters. The second thing, we need our IEBC because we want to recall all our members of parliament. They no longer represent us. Kazi ya mjumbe ni kupeleka ujumbe parliament, lakini sasa tuko na wajumbe ambao wao ndio wanatuletea ujumbe. They no longer represent our views. So for that reason, we need to take this government home together with the president, the deputy president, and the whole of parliament. And the only way to do that is we need our IEBC, and we are going to begin that journey this week. Hata kama watanishika, tutaifanya kutoka mahali nitakuwa nimeshikiwa. I want to thank
wakushike na tukutoe tena.
I want to really be grateful. I don't take this for granted, but I want to thank my lawyers.
Again, upon release from the Kibra police station with the lawyers who were present, like Mr. Cliff Ompeta and the other lawyers, Mr. Morara KEBASO also came out again to talk about the issues which Kenyans need to focus on, citing that the government and the MPs have deliberately stayed or deliberately made IBC stall so that they can enjoy the proceeds of power, because they know if IBC is back, then young people will register as voters and they will take them home come 2027. So he really say that the Kenyans must call out the government so that IBC can be back in place. And if IBC is back in place, then there will be those people who are underrepresented at the moment, especially those who have lost the MCAs and others, can come back and have representation and have equality to the other county assembly. So upon his release, Mr. Morara KEBASO said a lot of things which are touching the normal governance of day-to-day and issues affecting Kenya. Kenya has faced the problem of governance for the longest time, and these issues which are affecting us now started long time ago, and they can be traced back to the previous government and other things. So we have seen how appointments are done. They're very tribalic, as some MP put it yesterday, and if you look closely or if you gather a lot of information relating to those things, then you will realize that indeed there are some tribalic appointment in the government of Kenya at the moment. And these tribalic appointments are affecting governance each day in, each day out. So this takes the concern out that Kenya needs to wake up, and if Kenya wakes up, then there are good things which are going to happen to this nation, because this is one very productive nation. This is one nation which has the potential of being a super power country within the shortest period of time. Remember that pastor will say that if all factors in Kenya that are affecting good governance and other things are taken out, it will take Kenya a very short time to be a super rich nation. Do you agree with that? If so, make sure you subscribe and comment down there below.